A modern day miracle. That's right. In Israel, a 100-year anniversary of the Balfour Declaration. Here's the details. Be sure to subscribe and press alert to get new notifications of new success secrets made available on VFNtv.
Well, listen, we've been talking about how 2017 is the year of breakthrough. That was the prophetic word as we entered into 2017. And I've seen, and you've seen, so much breakthrough happening all across this country and our nation. It started with the election of President Trump. If you remember, we were all praying and believing, dear God, you know, we need America to be restored again, and we need to change the trajectory that the country's been on in the previous 8 years. And the election of President Trump, I believe, is just mercy. And we've seen a lot of breakthroughs happening in this nation. But we've also been seeing it in the business area. We've seen it with churches and ministries. We've seen it with so many individuals. Breakthrough, breakthrough, breakthrough. And you think about it, 2017 has been an amazing year. You had a 50-year anniversary of the reunification of Jerusalem, as well as the Jubilee, a 500-year anniversary of the Reformation. Just, you know, we're here, as well as the 100th-year anniversary of the Balfour Declaration. Well, you know, Christians United for Israel just released an amazing article that basically shares that since, you know, the Romans destroyed Jerusalem, the Jews have been second-class citizens, foreigners really in their own land. And it wasn't until 1917 that, you know, the British were fighting the Ottoman Empire, and they were looking at this whole Palestine area, and the Jews were saying, hey, listen, you know, do something with this land. We want a sovereign nation. And it was the signing of the Balfour Declaration. It was Arthur Balfour, I believe, and Lord George, which is the Prime Minister of Britain, and they came together and they drafted this letter. And this was the beginning of the breakthrough, the reestablishment of Israel as a sovereign state. This happened 100 years ago. And think about it. We didn't know what was going to happen. You know, it was a barren land during this time. And the Jews came in, they settled it, and Israel has been a tremendous blessing, if you look back over the last 100 years, to the nations of the world. But I want you to watch this historic update as you get to see what this really is all about. Watch this.
At the beginning of the 20th century, Jews living in the land that had once been known as Israel had been dominated by foreign occupiers for nearly 2,000 years, but they never gave up hope of being free. As Britain fought the Ottoman Empire in the midst of World War I, shifting alliances in the Middle East and the prospect of ending Ottoman dominance in the region prompted Jewish leaders to seek support for the Zionist movement from Britain's government. On November 2, 1917, British Foreign Secretary Arthur Balfour wrote a letter to the Jewish community declaring, "His Majesty's government view with favor the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people and will use their best endeavors to facilitate the achievement of this object." 100 years ago, the Balfour Declaration was the first official step toward establishing the modern state of Israel in the ancient homeland of the Jewish people.
Absolutely amazing. 100 years. Listen, we want to encourage you to continue to stand with Israel.
Be sure to subscribe and press alert to get new notifications of new success secrets made available on VFNtv.
You know, a lot of people want to abide with the Lord, but they just don't have a plan to do it. You can request that plan today at iabide.org.
I'm your host, Greg Lancaster, and we're so glad that you've joined us. Don't forget you can join us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Download our app and sign up for our newsletter, The Torch, at VFNtv.com. I've enjoyed our time together. God bless.